Blessings, my people. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell to be notified anytime I drop a new video. So this morning, I hope everybody got up well by the grace of God. Yes, by the grace of the Almighty, you can give thanks to life. Yeah, I think I'm coming down for cold. Throat is burning. But anyways, you see, elections were called, well, elections were on the 1st of December 2025. If I can, yeah, 5 days ago, that was Monday. And I've seen and heard a lot of things. I've seen and heard a lot. And the sad part is a lot of these things came from Seventh Adventists, people who supposed to know better on the statuses on Facebook. And you know, I respect the fact that everybody has the right to vote. Sorry, everybody has the right to vote wherever they want. I totally agree. Everybody support the party. We have the St. Lucia Labour Party. We have the United Workers Party. And these politicians, if my memory can serve me right, I watched a lot of the campaigns, the launchings. And one thing I can remember is that Philip JP always said to his members that they not giving anybody mepui. They even trying their best not to mention anybody's name. And on the other side, you have this guy insulting women, saying all kind of things about women. And even back then when he was a minister in the House of Assembly, very disrespectful to the Speaker of the House. In one clip, I can remember that the Speaker had him to sit because he was just going on and saying things that were not true. When the Speaker stopped him and told him that where the place is going there, this is not relevant. And he's saying that the Speaker cannot tell him or cannot interpret contracts to him. So you see, like I said, we have the right to support our political party. But what that baffles me is the level of hypocrisy. And I don't know if some people know the meaning of hypocrisy, but they say that the Prime Minister has done nothing, absolutely nothing. Okay? The Prime Minister paid over $30,000 to Martinique. Debts from St. Lucians dating back more than 20 years ago. who came to Martinique to seek medical attention and could not pay their bills, and the Prime Minister paid that bill. That is nothing. And these people were not just from one political party. These are people all over St. Lucia who came to Martinique to seek medical attention. The Prime Minister paid contracted teachers salary, first time in the history of St. Lucia, a salary in August. The Prime Minister paid give back pay to teachers back to back last year, this year, and a whole lot of other things. Civil servants and all of these things. So if why should I collect something from somebody whom I hate? Why should I collect something from people that I don't like? Isn't that hypocrisy? Because when whoever prime minister that's in power, whether it's whoever, for whichever political party, whether it is Labour or Flambeau, they serve the nation. If something is implemented, everybody gets benefited. So why is there a problem? So what I'm seeing is loyalty to a political party and not to the country. Because the Prime Minister is paying for CXC subjects, and he has said this year, well, the next term, if he wins, that he's going to make it 5. So many people who has children, more than one, on the shoulders, and this is not only for one set of people, it is for the entire country. The Prime Minister paid if I can remember, yes, he made over 500 nice workers permanent. These people would not get a job, a loan, sorry, because they were not permanent workers, some of them on contract, and some were even fired when political parties change. And these people were suffering, and the Prime Minister came and made over 500 of them permanent. I think this is fair. So the people now can enjoy themselves, they can take a loan, they can live a normal life like other people, doctors, nurses, people who work at hotels, government workers who have a permanent job, who can go to the bank, get a loan to buy a vehicle, to buy a house, or to build a house. Yeah, to do anything they want. Why are we not feeling for these people who are suffering? Why are we not putting ourselves in these people's shoes who sometimes cannot even buy stuff for the children? See, I don't understand this life. and people sending words for each other, quarreling with each other, getting vexed with each other. For what? We need to stop thinking of ourselves. We need to think of our future, others' well being. We need to lay a foundation for the children that are growing up to lead this country. These politicians that are there, the generation that we have, they will go. So if we don't build a proper foundation for our children, how our country going to end up? People talk about crime, the prime minister not doing anything for crime. If my memory can serve me right, the prime minister has gotten new bikes for the police, new vehicles for the police, bulletproof vests for the police, and he has done everything in his power to help the police fight crime. So now tell me, is it the prime minister that has to go out and fight crime? Is it the prime minister that have to go out and put on his bulletproof vest, take his firearm, and go and look for criminals? We have a police commissioner. That is his duty. His duty is to make sure that he uses the resources at his disposal to fight crime. If you need to send police officers on training to train how to look for evidence and all of these things, I'm sure the government is willing to help these people to send them overseas or somewhere to get 6 months training or whatever amount of time and come back to the country to fight the crime. So I am sure, very sure of that. So the police commissioner is not just there sitting there doing nothing. He has to pull up his socks. He has to lead his troops. In every police station, there is a corporal. The corporal is in charge of his police officers in the station. The discipline has to be done right there. You are in charge. You take responsibility for your workers, your police officers. Ensure that they do everything right. Ensure that they use the vehicles. Ensure that they patrol the streets. We have to put measures in place to fight crime. We cannot just sit there and blame the prime minister every time somebody kills somebody. We blame the prime minister every time somebody do something. We blame the prime minister. No, the prime minister is not to blame. And by the way, is we breed these monsters. Is the way we raise them. We create these monsters right there in our homes. We breed them. And then these monsters go out there and rob people, kill people, and do all sorts of nonsense. It's not the prime minister. It's our children. We raise them. Where is the discipline? When they come home with something that doesn't belong to them, why do we just accept it? Why don't we question them? Why don't we allow them to bring it back? Where is the discipline? We do not discipline our children. Our children raise anyway and anyhow. I've seen children cursing their parents in their home, and they sit there doing nothing. So why is the prime minister to be blamed? It doesn't matter which prime minister that's there. I'm not talking about one particular person. I'm generally speaking. It could be UWP in power, SLP in power. We don't blame government for crime. Let's go to America, for instance. Look at the amount of crimes that are happening in America. Every day you turn on the television, on Fox News, on BBC News, whatever news outlet, you see shootings over there, shootings, kidnappings, killings, people being found dead everywhere. They have the resources to fight crime, but yet still they have so much crime. People living overseas speaking like America don't have crime. They come in and blah blah about St. Lucia, the crime rate in St. Lucia, and say the government is doing nothing about the crime. No. How many people you have blaming Trump for crime in America? Trump is not responsible. He is not to blame. He ensures that he gives the different states whatever they need to fight the crime. The resources are there for them. These people are well trained. We have FBI, we have all these kinds of people well trained to fight crime. And yet still we have so many crime in America. You see, we need to stop blaming the prime minister. We need to stop blaming. We're running away from our responsibilities and we blame it on government. Let us take care of our responsibilities. Our children is our responsibility to raise them well. I don't say some children they don't raise well and then when they get older they choose their own life. Yes. But most of the children who turn out like that, let's look at it. Let's look at what the Bible says. Most of these children come out raised by a single parent, no father, or sometimes no mother. God warned us, didn't he? So we suffer the consequences. He says in the last days, perilous times will come. Can we stop crime? Can any prime minister, any government, any president stop crime? No, sir. That not gonna happen. We can put measures in place. So let's not blame the prime minister for our downfall, for not taking care of our responsibilities. All of us have a responsibility, to help our country. The responsibility is for each and every one of us, not just the prime minister, not just the ministers. Each and every one of us have to play our part. Let us stop that color thing and show loyalty to our country. Stop showing loyalty to party, whatever the party does, we support it because it's our party. No, that's nonsense. Not because I am a UWP or I'm a SLP, that whatever the prime minister does or whatever the government do, that I know it is wrong and I'm still supporting it. That is hypocrisy. And God will punish us for that. Let us speak. Let us put right where right is and wrong where wrong is. Stop blaming the government and let us blame ourselves. Let us take responsibility for our mistakes, for not raising our children well, for being, for hiding them, hiding the like they say, for suit-weighing them. No, let's stop. Let's face the facts. Let's put our children straight. Let's raise them the proper way because they are the future of the country, the future of tomorrow. These are the future. So if we don't raise them well and we breed criminals, who's going to lead our country? And some of us, you see, I tell you, I have heard so many things. Chandlerly Harrison was the candidate who contested the Mikud South seat against the former Prime Minister Alan Chasney. And people in her own community saying they do not know her. When Chasney came to Deriso, who knew Chasney? You all embraced him, you all cherish him, because we still have that slavery mentality that if it is not a white man, we cannot progress. That a black man cannot lead us. Look at Nelson Mandela. They imprisoned him for what? Trying to unite black and white. But it's because of that same, how you call it, um, racism, and that same slavery mentality. They jailed him because we feel if we do not have a white man, and I'm listening to a lot of the other politicians speak and other people who went on these platforms saying Shasta is the only man that could lead the country, undermining ourselves, bringing down black people like us, black people, bringing them down because they feed us with that slavery mentality and it's not leaving us at all. We're still there in that slavery mentality. Why? Let us open our eyes, let us open our minds, let us give our people a chance, let us support one another, stop being hypocrites. And a lot of us, we do not want to see another black man progress because we feel that he will have more than us. This is one of our main problems in society. Like I was saying, the level of hate against the young lady, things people said about her, even people going to the same church with her. That is hypocrisy. So, for those who do not know the meaning of hypocrisy, go look up the meaning of hypocrisy and stop putting this nonsense on your status. Let us support one another. Stop going up on the pulpit and pretend to be a Christian. When things go nice for us, some of us we are Christians, but the minute any little thing go wrong with us, we start putting endless nonsense on our status. Some of us we even how do you call it again? We even cast out God on our status. We publicly cast out God on our status when things don't go right for us. But today, when a little sickness or something hit home, oh, we come back and we in church and to see us praise, and we are the same people who forget all these things, the same people who forget. Man, I tell you, it is just amazing. People, let us stop. These things will not send us anywhere. Let us be ourselves. Let us be real. Let us stop that color thing and let us look at the future. Let us look at the future of our children, our country. Let us support our own. Stop downgrading our own. Imagine, imagine, people called Stephenson King. That is a former prime minister, a former prime minister of St. Lucia. Called him Big Bear, heavy roller, calling the man all kinds of names. And we have Seventh Adventist Christians who support these political parties. I never see none of them put on the statuses, oh, whoever, don't say that, this is not right. You should not say that. This is a human being. This is a human being just like you and me. This is a former prime minister. Where is the respect on his name? No. We don't comment on these things because we like it, because it's our party saying it. We enjoying it. Let's put it out on our status before we put all the other nonsenses on our status just because our party didn't win. We are mad. We are so mad. We put all kinds of things on our status. And to make it worse, people who are not Seventh Adventist Christians, I heard with my own two ears saying, this is disrespectful. This shouldn't go so far. Why all the names? Why all the disrespect to the man? The man hasn't done anything wrong. Everybody's beautifully and wonderfully made by God. Sin caused a lot of us to be the way we are. Sicknesses, maladies, and diseases. But just because it hasn't reached you doesn't mean you are better than the person that is suffering with whatever they're suffering from. Let us stop being hypocrite. Let us put God first in our lives. Let us go and repent. We think this is nice? Calling the Prime Minister autistic. Calling the Prime Minister autistic and all sorts of names. And we enjoying it. Of course we enjoying it because our political party is laying down the leaks. We enjoying it because we want our party to win. We want all St. Lucians to see him autistic. We want all St. Lucians to see his downfall and his falls. We enjoying it, of course we enjoying it. But the back pay he giving us and all the other benefits, the VAT-free day, the groceries which they have moved VAT on. When we go to the supermarket and we spend $300 and we get more groceries than usual, we are happy. But it's because of that same autistic man, that because of that same, and we accept it, we happy, we go home. Hypocrites. Hypocrites. Let's stop that. Let us stop that hypocrite thing and give God a chance in our lives. Let God open our eyes. Where is the wisdom? We don't have it. Why all the hate? Why Christians blatantly showing favoritism? And on Saturday, we on the pulpit. Saturday, we sit in church and we worship. And so many people out there suffering right under our nose, right in our neighborhoods. What do we do? Nothing. Because we all there for ourselves. We don't want to see others progress. We don't want to see others grow. We don't want to see others have more than us, so we fight them down. I am a victim of it, I can tell you. Maybe I should share my story. I had a shop. My wife and I, we had a shop, and everything was going well. We used to sell groceries. We used to sell animal feed. We used to sell fertilizer, pesticides, and it was all good until someone, like they always say, your enemies are not far from you. Your enemies are in your circle, those who circle around you, those who come to your homes every day, those who sit and eat and drink with you. Look out for them. This is where your enemy is. Your enemy is not far down the road. Your enemy is not the one who you had a quarrel with or none of these things. No, these people are not your enemy. It's those that don't want to see you progress. They always want to know your business. And one day, my wife was cleaning the shop. It was on a Sunday. And I was at work. She called me. She told me she got a little bottle, maybe around that height, that size. We had castor oil in there. So she's saying why the children, well, at that time we had one child. So she said, but why did the child take the castor oil and bring it to the shop and leave it there? So, to make a long story short, we had a bottle of castor oil in the house, yes, and the one that was in the shop was, they were identical. Imagine that. The amount of oil that was in the one we had and the one we found in the shop, it was the same amount, the same height, because my wife did not know. She took it from the shop and she brought it to the house because the shop was not far from the house. It's the house, it's the shop. So while cleaning the house now after, she's going to the children's room, well, the child's room, and she find the other bottle of castor oil. She said, but wait, that's not the same bottle of castor oil because mine is in the house. Yes, guys, they put that in the shop. You know why? To destroy us. to bring everything down. So when my wife called me and she told me, I told her, well, throw it away. She said she put it in the drain by the road. Afterwards, she did not see, she didn't know what happened to it. So everything went down. The money started coming and going. We would not see where the money is going. The things would sell. We used to buy like a whole bag of flour to bag it. We could not buy a bag of flour anymore. It went down to a quarter bag. From a quarter bag, we could not even buy anything anymore. Finished, everything finished. The shop was finished. Everything just went down the drain. But I thank God for that experience. I thank God that we got that experience, and we can move on. Here we are today. We bought a car after when my wife gave birth to my second child. She had a lot of complications. It was difficult for her to walk and carry the baby, so we had to make a decision. We bought a vehicle, more jealousy. The area where I'm from, a lot of people would pass on the streets, would not talk to me. A lot of these people got mad at me for no reason. People that I've never spoken to. When my wife is there, they pass, they greet my wife. When I'm there alone, they pass, they do not greet me. But anyways, they tried to take my life. I was going to work. My wife was in Martinique with the children. I was home. And that Sunday morning, I took the vehicle and I went down to Castries. While driving on my way, when I got to Bexon, for those of you who know St. Lucia, who know Bexon, after you pass that Labby Bridge, there is a little corner. When I took that little corner, I felt something that was unusual. My steering wheel started turning all around. It just got loose. It's just turning, so the vehicle could not take any lock. The steering wheel just free. And this car is coming towards me. I was drifting to the left because in St. Lucia we drive on the right side. My vehicle was drifting to the left. Excuse me. And the more I try to bring it back, the vehicle is going. And this Suzuki Swift coming towards me. And when I see the vehicle is not stopping, the one coming towards me is not stopping, it's coming. I still try to turn my steering wheel to move the vehicle on the side. Boom! Head on collision. But by the grace of God, I survived. The vehicle completely right off. Guys, it shocked me. And imagine I went out of the vehicle on the passenger side, not on the driver's side. I just open the door, run out, both airbags explode, just run out. All inside of the vehicle is white and smoke everywhere. Just run out of the vehicle. And that was it. Vehicle gone. Just like that. Yep. So I'm just saying, your enemy is not far from you. They are right there in your circle. But never give up, guys. Always invite the Most High in your prayers, in your life. Almost invite God in your life. Pray without ceasing. Never stop praying. You may not see your prayer answered today. Your prayer may be answered 10, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20 years later. Because my wife and I never stopped praying. We always used to pray. Imagine we used to get up sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning religiously, and we go at the back of the house and pray. That was way before the accident. So maybe if I was not praying, or we were not praying, who knows what could have happened to me in that accident? Who knows that could happen in the bad lane going down? We know all the precipice they have in the bad lane. But God is in control. God is in control. So no matter what people do to hurt you, no matter what people say about you, put God first. Never lay down your guard. So people, they always say a mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Don't be fooled. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision. And people who say, this is how I am, this is who I am, this is the party I supported growing up as a little child, this is the party my parents supported, so this is the party I'm going to support. People who say these things, they are not willing to learn. They want to remain the same place. There's no growth. Because you grow through learning, through experiences. You don't grow if you don't go through experiences. If someone say to you, you are doing something wrong, and a lot of people, somebody will come to them and tell them that this was wrong, you should not do that, you are doing it, they will explode and they will quarrel and they will get vexed. How are you going to learn? Because through people telling you or correcting you, by accepting that I was wrong, accepting that I have faults, accepting that I am doing something wrong, you open the window for growth. You open the window for growth. So when somebody tells you you have certain character, don't argue, don't get vexed. Pray. Pray about it, and you will see how God reveals His goodness to you. You will see how your life is being transformed. But anytime you close your eyes to the things that are happening before you, you will fail. So don't tell me you are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years because your mother and your father used to sit on the floor to eat. You're still sitting on the floor at 70 to eat. That tells me you have not grown and you will not grow. Let us wake up. Let us open our eyes. Let us stop these petty things and let us allow God to use us. Let us allow God to bring out the good in us so we can grow, so we can help our country, our lives, our communities, our children, our friends, our neighbors. Let us stop thinking of self and think of others. Let us stop thinking of ourselves. Like I said, let us stop this kind of hatred towards one another. You think I will get vexed with someone because of politics? So you mean to tell me? And you see, this is what that baffles me. The anger that is in some of us hearts, the anger that we show, the anger that we show out there tells me that we don't care about others. Because if your party had won the election, you will be in all smiles, but you're not thinking of the little poor person who's benefiting from the Prime Minister paying 4 CXC exams for the children that they cannot afford. They're not in a situation like you, in a position like you to afford to pay the money. That tells me you don't think about these people. You only think of yourself. You only think of personal gain. We need to eradicate these things from our society, eradicate these things from our lives, eradicate these things. And we are Christians, we call ourselves Christians. We go to church, and this is the kind of hypocrisy that we show out there. This is the kind of things we show. We so tense, we hold our parties so firm. We show so much loyalty to our party that we cannot even speak for days. We cannot even speak for days. Why? Stop thinking of self. Always put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Always think of others, what they are going through. Some of us sit on thousands of dollars. But do we look for the poor people out there? No, we don't. Let me tell you, God comes to us in different forms and different ways. God comes to us as beggars too, you know. Don't think it cool. That's why he said, when I was thirsty, you did not give me drink. When I was hungry, you did not feed me. He's God. He's not in one place. He's everywhere. Everywhere he is. And he sees, he hears, he knows. He tests our faith. And most of the times, we fail because we think of self. We are selfish. We are greedy. We are dishonest. And anybody who supports dishonesty, it could be, like I said, generally speaking, it could be anybody. I'm not talking about political parties. I'm generalizing anybody who supports hypocrisy. Trust me, you are not there yet. Let us not support people hurting other people, enjoying it. When I can go on and on and on and on and on. But people, like I said, trust God and put Him first. Let us stop the hate. Let us love. Let us appreciate. And let us do the right thing. Put God first. Like, share, subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to be notified anytime I drop a new video. And people, remember, love and peace. And if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe, and share. Peace out. And I'm out, people. Do the right thing. Put God first in our lives. Trust Him. Let us not lean on our own misunderstanding, but let God take control of our lives so we can reap the benefits that He has in store for us. Peace. And I'm out.